Must be a regeneration of some sort. Hey everybody! Welcome to Scary Jerry's Scary Reviews, and this time I'm tackling something that kinda near and dear to my heart, but also heartbreaking. That's right. I am tackling Doctor Who, the movie. Technically, the television movie. This aired in 1996. I believe I cited it as 94 before. This aired in 1996 and stars Paul McGann as the Doctor, Eric Roberts as the Master. So, let me tell you the first issue I have with this. Now, I have seen very little of Sylvester McCoy as the Doctor. Well, first, you know what? I should probably give a brief history of the Doctor. In the 60s, there was a British show called Doctor Who that aired on BBC. It was starring William Hartnell. Well, after I think 4 years into the run, William Hartnell became very ill. And because he was ill, and he was having issues studying lines, they had to replace him. Well, they replaced him with Patrick Troughton. Patrick Troughton regenerated from the first Doctor, so basically he just stood there and then a new face came over him, and then next thing you know, new actor took over, same character. When it was Patrick Troughton's time to leave, you didn't see the regeneration, but he went in somewhere, and when he came out, it was Jon Pertwee on that next season. After Pertwee, it was Tom Baker, and then it was Peter Davidson, and then it was Colin Baker, and then finally, Sylvester McCoy, which leads us, Paul McGann. So, the reason I brought up the history of the Doctors, Sylvester McCoy is in this. That is one of my big problems, is the Doctor has fought space aliens. He has fought the Master. He has defeated the Master on a few occasions. So, how does Sylvester McCoy's Doctor, how does he regenerate to become Paul McGann? He gets shot by a gang. That's it. No epic space fight. No, I'm going to punch an alien in the nose. Nothing. LA gang turns around, machine guns him down. He gets into the TARDIS, and then, or no, he tries to get into the TARDIS. They put him in an ambulance. They take him to the hospital, where he slowly regenerates into Paul McGann. Now, the weird part about all this is the orderly that is watching the Doctor is played by Mad TV's Will Sasso. Probably one of his first ever roles, but it's just very weird to see that comedic of a guy in a movie that's trying to take itself way too seriously, and that's the problem. This movie has a tone problem. The Doctor is played very seriously, like the TV show would play it. The Master is played by Eric Roberts to be a Batman villain. He's so over the top and so yeah that it's not even funny, it's not good. And then they put in a subplot where the Doctor falls in love. They also put in a line that to this day pisses me off, where they say the Doctor has two hearts, and he goes, I'm human on my mother's side. That drives me up the wall, that drives me bonkers. And I don't think that's canon. Technically, this movie does officially become canon after not being canon for a long time. I'll explain that here in a bit. So, do I like this movie? No, I do not. I do not like this movie as a Doctor Who movie. If you view it as an amnesia case walking around who is facing an evildoer, not named the Master, not named the Doctor, and it's not too bad. And for a TV movie, it's actually not too bad either. So why a TV movie, you might be asking? Well, this was going to be the pilot to an American version of Doctor Who, starring Paul McGann. Once the ratings for this tanked, and they said, well, the ratings tanked, so there is no need to show it here. This coming from a country that tried to remake the IT Crowd and did so terribly. Well, not super terribly, I guess there was a change in management. But IT Crowd is another British show that we tried to remake here in America and didn't do well. I'm noticing a pattern. Very few British shows we bring over, unless they are game shows, seem to translate. So, and as we've tried to restart and remake Fawlty Towers like 14 times, and each time fails. But back to Doctor Who. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Back to Doctor Who. So, I mentioned that Doctor Who, the movie, even though this says just this... Oh yeah, it does say the movie. Doctor Who, the movie. I don't like it as a Doctor Who thing. If you take it on its own, I like it a bit more. For a TV movie, it is a lot better. Now, I have listened to one of the commentaries on here. One of the commentaries, and this was a while back, but it's moderated by Nicholas Briggs, and it's Sylvester McCoy and Paul McGann. And Sylvester McCoy, if you have not seen him in any behind-the-scenes stuff, he is a riot, and he kind of puts this movie on blast, and rightfully so. So that's always kind of fun and interesting to see. So yeah, that is Doctor Who the movie. Oh, I forgot to mention how it became in continuity. So for the longest time, this stood on its own, no continuity. Well, before, I think it's The Day of the Doctor. Yeah, The Day of the Doctor, the 50th anniversary episode. There was a short released where Paul McGann turned into the War Doctor. The War Doctor then became Christopher Eccleston's ninth Doctor. So this is now technically officially canon. Eric Roberts never returns as the Master. The love interest is just forgotten about, but Paul McGann as the Doctor is continuity, and it continues on in Big Finish audio. So yeah, that's my take on Doctor Who the movie. I don't personally like it. Why do I own it, though? That might be a bigger question. If you don't like the movie, why do you have Doctor Who the movie? For one, the special features, but also because his is one of the cheaper ones to find. Because most of these Doctors had, like, 3 seasons at least of being the Doctor. He had 1 movie. So you could find this a lot cheaper than you could find, say, Tom Baker's, just Tom Baker's seasons, like, 1 and 7. I mean, those go for between $30 to $50 on Blu-ray. This DVD was $10. So yeah, don't recommend you see this. If you're a Doctor Who fan, definitely don't watch this. If you're curious, maybe. But yeah, I would say avoid this. So, thank you for watching. That was Doctor Who, the movie, the non-Peter Cushing movie. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting me. And as soon as I get that Al Adamson set, I will be doing those reviews. Until then, depending upon if they get here, I may be doing what I view is an underrated horror film. If that gets here after the Adamson box set, then that underrated horror film will be after I do the documentary, and then we'll go back to Al Adamson. Just because that underrated horror film is one I don't think many people have seen. I remember seeing that film when I think I rented it at a video store. But it is very underrated and one of my favorites. I'm so happy it has this release coming. So, alright, on that note, thank you. Stay safe, everybody, and we will see you next time. Oh, yeah, and stay spooky, stay scary, and take care. Before I leave you, if you would like, stay spooky, stay scary, take care. If you liked my review of this film, Doctor Who the movie, and you would like me to do more Doctor Who reviews, put it down in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. This way I can go on and I can review some of the older Doctor Who stuff. It will be by series arc, because the series arcs are an hour and a half, which is about as long as a movie. So thank you so much. Or not series arc, like, what I mean by series arc. So, the Daleks, there's 4 stories in that. I would review that arc. So, alright. Thank you guys. I've rambled enough. I will catch you guys next time. So, see you then.